While the book handles the barrel escape with brisk efficiency, the film treats it like a 40-minute GoPro fever dream choreographed by a toddler on a pixie stick bender. It's less of a faithful adaptation and more of a $225 million autopsy performed on a children's classic, proving that if you pump enough gold-plated CGI and fan service filler into a single chapter, you can eventually make Tolkien's legacy unrecognizable and remarkably buoyant.
There's a new Dune, right? The Dune 3 teaser came out recently.
Yeah.
The music was awesome. I think the music was the most exciting thing for me.
Yes. The music was cool. It was like it sounded like if the Fremen were in Tool.
Yeah.
On the back.
I was surprised that was Timothée Chalamet guttural chanting.
Not
but
as surprised as I was that they put Momoa in the trailer.
He's kind of featured in the trailer.
I know.
How is he? I never read Dune Messiah, right? This is going to be based off Dune Messiah. But I don't know, man. It was so clear that
he looked really dead in the last one.
Yeah. Yes, he did. Whereas opposed to the book, you don't really see him die, right? He's like he quote unquote dies off screen. I think in the book, like
I think he basically dies when you think he dies in the movie, and then in the movie he just comes back and dies extra. He just kind of goes off and he's like, oh, he's dead. I think it's. Hopefully they won't tell you until you see it. So I don't want to say anything. It's interesting why he's there.
No, and it is.
It's his twin brother.
Yeah.
Mason Momoa.
No, the character.
Not the actor's twin brother, the character. It's
I know, but Duncan, Ohio is not as funny.
Duncan, Ohio.
Duncan, Ohio.
So they have the same first name but different last
name? No,
name?
it's like
Munkin, Idaho.
Not Munkin. It'd have to be something like
Tim Hortons, Idaho.
I'm thinking like Country Donut, Idaho, or Starbuck,
Krispy
Idaho.
Kreme, Idaho. Crispy, Idaho.
Oh man, we could all.
Well, maybe it's Donut, Idaho, and it's Dunkin' and Donut.
That's it.
Yeah, you're right. There you go.
We could have gone like the Macbeth route instead of doing other characters from Lemuel and
or we could go to something a little more recent and say egg Idaho.
That's true.
And it's Dunkin' Egg.
That would be, there you go.
I'm excited though. I feel like I was thinking about this when we did Dune, and we knew the new movie was going to be coming out, and I was like, oh, we should probably go see it together, and then record the episode
like in the theater. While we're yes, I think we should.
That'll be fun.
Idea.
I was thinking about that and getting excited, and we'll get Brendan. We'll go with Brendan.
That's it. Oh yes, let's do it.
Yeah. So we'll have to make a date for when is it? It's the end of the year. Was it December or November or I don't remember now.
You'd think I would know that, but I don't.
Yeah. Well, we just watched the teaser. I just watched it like 4 times in the last couple of days. So I don't remember them saying when it's coming out. But I'm excited. It looks really cool. I'm curious because, and again, you don't have to spoil this, but Paul's sister Alia's in it, and it's Anya Taylor-Joy, who's like, I don't know, late 20s, early 30s?
I would say probably closer to 30 now, yeah.
So
it's December 18th, by the way.
December 18th, perfect. So is this movie supposed to take place like 30 years later, or is she supposed to be like only 20 or
Well, I don't know. I
18?
Don't know how they're going to do this in the movie, but I believe that the book is like 10 years after.
Okay.
Basically, most of the events. In
So
the book
she's going to be,
take place like 10 years.
Anya Taylor-Joy's playing a 10-year-old girl. I got it.
Well, she ages quickly, doesn't she?
Yeah,
She doesn't age quickly. She comes out
smarter,
hyper intelligent.
Yeah, she's like she's a fully mature monk. She's the memories of all her ancestors.
Yeah.
But like
Physically, she's a child.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean they could be doing all sorts of things. Maybe they'll pull like an Ender's Game kind of a thing where like as someone travels in space, they come back and she's a lot older.
Yeah. I guess we'll have to wait and find out. This is Shelf to Screen, the podcast where we discuss sci-fi and fantasy literary adaptations to the big and or small screen. Joe Perry at your service.
Jen Isgro also here.
Tom Koza present.
I feel like these movies are missing more at your services. Because
there's no Mr. Frodoing here.
Well, that was a joke in the book that they didn't do in the movie with like Bjorn saying like, stop saying that you're at my service.
Well, they say at your service a lot in the books. Like whoever they meet when they introduce themselves, they say their name. You hear, I mean, Thorin Oakenshield at your service and Bilbo Baggins at your service is probably in the book at least 25 times combined. The other thing I felt that these movies are missing is there's not enough complaining by Bilbo about not having enough food or not eating proper meals.
Yeah. Bilbo is at the start of this film fully an action hero.
Yeah,
like
I guess so.
At the start of this film.
At the start of this film,
Yes.
he's already like, yeah, I can, fight spiders and create a secret rescue in a elven dungeon, and these are all like mid-level D&D character things that he's doing.
Yeah.
Right?
So we're talking about The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug today, continuing on from last week, our last episode where we talked about the unexpected journey. We're charting new territory, I feel like, because none of us have, well, Tom, you've seen some of this movie before, right?
Yes, I've seen some of this movie before.
As I was watching it, I realized I did see some clips from this movie in the past. But yeah, this is all new. I can't say it was a great experience. Was it better than the last week or last movie experience? I think so. And I think it was because I didn't know what was coming.
I was talking about this earlier. I think I enjoyed it more. Not that I enjoyed it, but I think I enjoyed it more because I knew what to expect out of it, I guess. I knew it wasn't gonna be, I knew from the first movie like what it was gonna be. Like, oh, the orcs still look terrible.
Right.
Like nothing was shocking to me. I still didn't like any of that stuff, but I was used to it. So and the dragon, I enjoyed the dragon a lot. Smaug. So
I thought there were more things in here, like more segments of this that I was like, oh, I think they just got this, like, I don't know if they got anything right, but I think they got things that were like, that felt righter than pretty much any part of the first film. But I also think that, Jen, you're right. Like, I was just like, oh, well, this is going to be something that's really not that good. And like, I just accept that.
yeah.
I was saying to Joe earlier before we jumped on how at one point when I was watching the film, I had to pause it for a moment. I think my family came home, so I just wanted to get the door for them. And when I came back, I saw like that an hour had passed, and I still had a whole movie length of movie left.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, okay then.
I think I did a better job of disassociating when I'm watching this movie. There were things though, right? Like they cut things shorter than they are in the book so they could add other stuff in, which is always frustrating to me.
Odd.
Like if you're trying to if you're extending these and making these long, why are you cutting things? You shouldn't be cutting anything.
There was some stuff that I could understand why they changed. Like them going into, like, Bilbo talking to Smaug, then coming out, then them, like, hanging out in the tunnel for, like, a lot of that was, like, kind of not cinematic.
Well, they had to make more time for the dwarves to fight the dragon.
Right, yeah.
And because they had to extend that, so at the end of the movie, Smaug's not even dead, which I thought was going to be the end of the movie.
But so can we? I'll just ask the question. My literal last note is: why would Smaug? I have to say it like that.
Smaug, sorry.
Smaug leave to go to Lake Town after that fight and leave the dwarves there when he knew they were there. Because in the book, he's like, I bet you had help from Lake Town to Bilbo. I'm going to go burn Lake Town. And he leaves. And then the dwarves come in.
Yeah, he doesn't know
if he knew that the dwarves were in there. Right.
The book,
well, he kind of knows. He smells them. He kind of has an idea that they're there. But why would he leave after what they just... First of all, what they just did to him, which is they tried to kill him and almost got him, kind of.
Yeah.
And he knows that they're in there to, like, steal his treasure. So why would he leave?
Well, to be fair,
I don't know.
Treasure back.
Well,
I think he does believe by killing Lake Town, like that Bilbo at least like likes the people of Lake Town, so that'll emotionally damage him before he eats them. So I guess there's that. I think, which I think is interesting because nobody in Lake Town is really that likable except for Bard's kids, I guess.
I know.
There's nobody in Lake Town that you're like...
Everybody in Lake Town was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like...
everybody that we meet, except for Bard's kids, is mean. But there's a lot of other people there that I imagine are fine.
Like, the regular people seem fine, but they also seem okay with the master, who's clearly a scuzz.
Yeah, I don't know.
And Bard's like... I don't know. Starts out nice and then isn't nice.
Yeah.
I think you're supposed to still like him, but that's all right.
Yeah, let's go. Let's pull back.
All right.
Let's.
I have a big problem with Lake Town and Bard in particular, and it's not his attitude. We'll get to that when we get to it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I don't even know where to start. I want to say we'll start from the beginning,
start at the beginning. Bilbo's
all right,
scout.
Let's start at the beginning. There's, I guess the Eagles are gone.
Just drop them off.
They just dropped them off. They changed this whole part too. Like the way Bjorn gets introduced and even the time this, but this is an area where they dramatically cut the amount of time we meet Bjorn or spend with Bjorn or at the Bjorn's home. Or Beorn, sorry. I always called him Bjorn, but it's Bjorn. It's Beorn, I think Gandalf says. Which I'm not.
I was frankly, I was shocked that he was in it. Like I didn't know that he was going to be in it, and I was like, well, they cut Tom Bombadil. I can see them cutting Bjorn too. Like he's not.
Yeah, well, they cut Tom Bombadil because they were putting 3 books into 3 movies. This is one book.
Yeah. I know,
they had
but
to
like,
save time.
That's true.
Peter Jackson put himself in this movie. Let's start with that's where we start.
Oh,
right?
that's actually the beginning. Yeah.
That's the beginning, right? And they start each movie with the recognizable Howard Shore score. Say that 3 times fast, which evokes some sentiment from me. And I'm like, this is the best part of the movie is the Howard Shore score.
Howard Shore score.
So I'm like, oh, okay, maybe this isn't going to be that bad. Maybe I'm not going to dislike it. And Peter Jackson shows up, and I want to punch him in the face. We get the scene of Gandalf and meeting up with Thorin in the Prancing Pony and Bree, which is, I believe, canon. It's not something that we see, but I believe it is canon in the story. It was okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if we needed that scene. What did we gain by that scene? I feel like there was nothing gained. after
I
seeing
think-
that scene.
This is how they decide they need a burglar. Like, we don't really need that.
I think it's giving it's they're desperately trying to tie the events that happen in The Hobbit like right into the Lord of the Rings story. So they want to say like
they're doing that throughout
I mean, the whole
movies.
movie does this, but like I think this is the start of like in this film really like no, Sauron wants to team up with Smaug, so we need you to defeat Smaug before Sauron comes back so that we have a chance against him. So
Well,
like that's why it's here.
But that's for us. Because Gandalf doesn't know yet that's Sauron.
No, but that's why he wants to do it. No, even Gandalf knows that he's coming. Doesn't know
he
he's
is,
here
but
yet.
so there's a.
Doesn't
I have
know
a note
he's a
about that.
necromancer, which we don't know yet.
No,
No,
but
he
still knows that
says
Sauron's
it
coming.
later on. Sauron.
In the book, in the movie, not in the
later
scene.
No, you're
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which is I have a note about that because that's a continuity error because in the Fellowship of the Ring, Gandalf doesn't know that's Sauron because he goes and he finds out that it was Sauron all along.
Right. Although to be fair, in the movies, right, that's not in the movies. Right? In the movies,
but doesn't he
Frodo
say
gets the ring? In the movies, Frodo gets the ring, and then Gandalf comes back like 15 years later or something like that.
Yeah, and then isn't that when he says he confirms that it was Sauron?
Right. But in the movies,
it was Sauron's ring.
In the movies, it's like go tomorrow. Like it's immediate.
No, but Gandalf disappears and he comes back, doesn't he?
Well, he's gone for a while. He's
And he says that it's Sauron. Yeah. Like they.
Well, no, he knows it's Sauron's ring. He's just trying to figure out if this is the ring, the one ring. But he might already know. He's going to know that Sauron is out there because they're going to do this Hunt for Gollum movie in the middle where Sauron is capturing Gollum. I mean, maybe not him personally, but
yeah. I just didn't. I couldn't help but think though in this scene that why would anyone want to kill Thorin because he's so sexy?
They're jealous.
But yeah, I felt like I didn't.
Why? Because he's a jerk.
We didn't gain anything. We didn't learn anything from the scene that we already didn't know.
Definitively, canonically, not the sexiest dwarf in this film.
I know. Yeah.
No, he definitely is not. There's more sexier dwarves.
Sacrifice all his friends, separate the party, so that we could see what's going on in Lake Town.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't do it without them being there. Well, I know why they needed to be there, but.
Hey, I'm just saying, a dwarf has hand sex with an elf in this movie.
Hand sex?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I wasn't looking at the screen. What?
I missed that part.
I missed that.
I think you're going a little too far with me. But like, forget it. We'll
when they touch hands.
Yeah. That's all I meant. Like, I was going to use something that I felt like was even more a euphemism for what you thought I was saying, but I took it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I hear reference of like the 7 dwarf families or the 7 dwarf arm, I just think of the 5 families from The Godfather.
I think thinking of the 7 dwarves.
No, I'm thinking. Oh, they.
Are they all? Is that where they come from? 7 dwarf families?
Probably.
I don't know.
I'm just picturing a bunch of dwarves sitting around a table at like an Italian restaurant, like the scene in The Godfather.
No, I was just gonna say. Wait, which one came out first? The
Hobbit was released the same year, I think.
Snow White came out in the 30s, actually, I think.
Yeah, The Hobbit did too.
Okay, so maybe.
But the story Snow White is taken from like
the
7
1800s.
Dwarfs?
Yeah.
Yeah,
7
mythology.
Dwarfs are in that story?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
Well, Tolkien, upped Disney. They have 13 dwarves.
Sorry.
You're right.
So
okay.
13 beats 7. Yeah. So, I'm sorry. We get Jen's favorite character, Azog. Gets summoned to. So he gets summoned to his master, and the master doesn't say anything to him. He just says a war's coming. That's it.
No,
and then that's all. He's like, you've been summoned. The master wants to talk to you. The master's like, oh, war's coming. And then, okay, bye. That's all that happens.
Well, wait, I think what happens after this, I think I don't realize it until later. And I didn't take notes at the time of this, but like, he doesn't leave, right? That's when he's kind of stuck there leading those troops now.
Yes. And then we
So
have
he-
the other bad-looking.
That's right. So like it's not, he didn't say that, but it's like a battle's coming. You need to be in charge of this army. So that's when he sends out the even more disfigured guy.
Bolg. Bolg,
his
who's
name?
Bolg?
Volg?
No, Bolg. B-O-L-G. He's in the book.
Okay.
Bolg is the goblin,
Yeah.
like the goblin king leading the goblins in the Battle of the Five Armies.
Oh,
They come down from like the northern mountains or
I
something.
didn't get up to that part yet.
Oh, sorry, I
I'm reading
spoiled
in
it for you.
pieces. God.
Sorry, I spoiled it for you.
All of my notes say, "Who is this guy?" No.
Okay, but like none of that's communicated.
No, it's
He
just,
literally says 2 lines and then leaves.
right.
He's not at his full strength yet.
I guess they couldn't fit it in. They probably had to edit that down, that scene. So they could fit it, so they can put in more dwarf barrel hopping.
I was okay with it until a certain point.
Where it just looked
barrels?
so CGI and fake.
Well, the whole part looked CGI and fake.
Yeah.
That's when Bomber, I think,
Yeah.
is rolling around. And
Oh,
then
yeah,
it turns
yeah.
into then it turns
See-
into a barrel skirt, and then he jumps back in and is still able to float.
No, he
The-
jumps into another barrel. That's not the same barrel. He
How
jumps
is there?
in.
There's no other barrels.
That was a problem that I have. I have a note about that. For that whole scene of him rolling it looks like a video game.
Yeah.
And then yes, he pops out of it. He runs whatever. He does a spinning Tasmanian devil move, and then he jumps. He busts out of the barrel that he's in, and then he jumps
Yeah.
into the water into another. Yet
There's no other barrels.
a 14th barrel from out of
Here's-
nowhere.
Then why is
There's-
Bilbo hanging on to?
Bilbo's
What did
still
Bilbo get
hanging
in
on
that
to the
barrel?
side.
Wait,
I don't know.
like that part in a kids movie. If
Yeah,
this was a
that's true.
kids movie, that part's awesome. But
Yeah.
because it's not a kids movie, it's stupid. But it would have worked for me if this wasn't supposed to be like a serious movie. I
Yeah.
don't know.
We keep jumping ahead. We started to talk about Bjorn, but yes, I feel like we missed. I didn't like the whole setup going to Bjorn's. I didn't particularly care for
No, I
it.
don't either. I don't either. So he was like mean when he was a bear, but not
Well,
when he was following them as a bear.
Well, in the book he is too. Remember, like when he goes out at night, they say like either he says or Gandalf
don't
says,
open the door.
Don't open the door,"
Yeah.
because I think he's
Yeah,
a
but-
little.
He follows them as a bear and protects them when they leave.
He does.
I thought that when he said don't open the door is because there were other bears outside because they were having a meeting of bears.
Oh,
And that was the reason that he didn't want them to come out because
That
the
could
other
be it.
bears might get them.
but he's the only one in the movie. There's only one.
Right. So
He's like the Highlander. I mean, they did put like very little bits of stuff from the book, like Bilbo being awake at night and seeing him. Like that happens in the books, and then he wakes up late and the dwarves are eating breakfast with.
The bees. I remember the bees.
oh, the bees are huge. Why are they so big?
They're little.
Well, hobbits are little, so
Yeah.
I don't know about that
They
little,
were really
but
big bees.
I think the bees were also big.
Do we see the bees in relation to them?
Yeah,
I thought we just saw the bees flying by themselves, and I thought they were very big.
in the movie,
Remember the big. the
Yeah.
big
he
bees?
wakes up to the bees on him. He wakes up to the bees on him.
The bee wakes him up. Yeah.
Maybe okay. Then I'm
Yeah.
just misremembering.
I literally
Okay.
just watched this before. So.
I guess that makes sense then because they're little, so they made the bees big. Okay, got it. I'm not as afraid of the bees anymore.
Yeah, I didn't care for this. I feel like there was no connection made with Bjorn, and
No, none.
I feel like they just put it in there because they felt like they had to.
Yeah.
I
Well, they
don't
had
know.
to get. No, actually, I don't know. They could have just walked to Mirkwood.
Well, I think
Yeah.
part of the problem is
the Eagles could have just dropped them off at
Yeah,
Mirkwood.
right.
yeah, part of the problem is
The
It
Eagles
makes
don't
sense.
do anything they're supposed to do.
it makes sense if it's all one story, like all one story. Because this is two separate movies, I think it's very weird to start here. Because I feel like in the book, Bjorn kind of connects them getting out of trouble to them then continuing into Mirkwood. Like there's like a bit of respite there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
since
they're there for a couple days, like
they're there for
Yeah,
they're there for a
rested,
while, and in the movie it's the beginning of a new movie, so it doesn't make
You
I don't
need
know.
a break. Yeah.
I don't know. it just didn't. Yeah, it didn't make sense. That's a problem. It's what happens when you try to take one story and break it into multiple movies without any clear. Like the Lord of the Rings, you could do that, right? Because each book is broken into 2 books.
Yeah.
So you can. There's a clear like kind of this is the end. Like even with Dune, there's a clear. There's time jumps, so you can just boom. Next movie, there's the time jump. Go ahead, Tom. Sorry, you were going to say something.
The Two Towers didn't end where the books end, but it gave an ending. It gave it an effective ending. This was like they had to pick a spot, and again, when we talked about this last week, when they were making these films, they intended them to be 2 films.
Yeah.
And then as they were making them, they're like, no, it's going to be 3. So like, this isn't the best part to do that. Like getting away from the orcs and the barrels and getting to Lake Town, that might be an effective way to do it, right? Like an effective place to actually have a break. And then you have you have the area around the Lonely Mountain to be your second film. But
yeah. It definitely makes sense. So yeah, I felt like Bjorn was just almost a waste of time. They should have spent a little more time there, and I don't know.
Well, this movie couldn't be longer, so.
Well, no, they would have to cut some of the other stuff out.
Hey, there's an extended edition
the
that's
love triangle or
an extra half an hour.
Oh my god! Well, isn't that the one with the like naked taking a bath? That's
the first movie.
That's the first one.
Extended edition.
In this extended edition.
Maybe more dwarf.
Maybe
nudity,
it's more Bjorn.
Maybe it's some Bjorn nudity.
There you go. There's a.
So we get into Mirkwood. They cut the whole. Here's something, right? They cut the whole river, right? Like Gandalf does it. Don't drink from the river. They cut that whole portion of like the river being.
It's not scary enough in Mirkwood. Like it's supposed to be like
I didn't
pitch
mind
black, and I don't know. Also, I love.
Oh, you're right.
What does Gandalf say in the movie? Like he'll meet them later or something, or don't go anywhere without me. Or I feel like in the book he's just like, I never said I was gonna go the whole way with you guys. Like,
yeah.
Goodbye. I have my own shit to do.
Yeah.
It's way more like I don't know. I guess they just aren't going to get rid of Ian McKellen. They have to have him doing something else. But
yeah, Gandalf can't be there to save him every time.
I forgot about that whole thing where Bomber falls into the water and he's like they're carrying him.
Yeah. So as soon as like when they go into the forest and Gandalf doesn't mention don't drink the water or don't even touch the whatever, I was like, okay, that's getting cut clearly. I don't know why, because it's not like they don't have enough time. But instead they go for like Mirkwood is very, I don't know, hallucinogenic. It's like a bad acid trip.
That's exactly what it was like. I as soon as they got to Mirkwood and they started doing like Sam Raimi-esque like crazy angles and like
the cuts.
Sort of perspectives and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, okay, I guess this is how we're gonna be doing this.
Bilbo sees himself and it's one of the other dwarves and all that weird stuff, and they get lost and they cut out the whole the way they're introduced to the elves. I did like the spiders. I think they did a good job with the spiders. Was cool.
Spiders were cool. I didn't like that the elves had to come and like save them from the spiders, though. That doesn't happen in the book, right?
No, Bilbo gets them out of the spiders,
which he does, and then the elves there's just more spiders, and then the elves come.
But I can't remember how they actually get captured by the elves.
The elves just come out and capture them.
They just come out.
Well, they keep. Remember when they're traveling, they keep seeing and hearing the music and seeing lights, and they keep jumping in there. And the elves, it's a weird thing in the books because it's just
it is.
They hear music,
knocked unconscious,
and they see light, and then they would go to investigate, and everything would go black and quiet. Like it's almost like the elves just vanished, and it would happen a couple of times, and then at one point, I think at the end, like Thorin runs right into because Thorin gets captured separately.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the dwarves get captured.
Bilbo never gets wrapped up by the spiders because he goes in there and gets knocked unconscious and gets separated from them. When he wakes up, they're all captured by the spiders.
Yeah. And I didn't mind it so much.
No, I mean, whatever, it's fine.
I liked it. The shot of him climbing above Mirkwood and seeing that with all their wandering, I actually like that whole bit.
Yeah.
At the top of Mirkwood, like that's where nature is still okay. The butterflies are there and whatnot. But
there was one weird thing, right? And let me know if you got the same out of it as I did. Were they trying to say that was Bilbo only able to understand the spiders when he put the ring on?
Yeah. Yes.
I didn't
Okay.
get that.
Yes.
That's what I got from it, because the spiders are making noises, and then as soon as he puts the ring on, he hears them like talking. He could understand them.
But they just talk in the book, right?
Yeah. There's nothing to do with the ring.
Well, that's why I was going to say, why doesn't Shelob talk in Lord of the Rings? But does she talk in the book?
Yes. I'm pretty sure.
So maybe they couldn't understand her because nobody put the ring.
I'm pretty sure she talks.
So I just in chat, Danny's saying how like after Bilbo takes the ring off, he can still understand the spiders.
Oh, he does? Okay. And he takes the ring off to stab the spider? Why does he take the ring off?
He wants the spider to see who's killing him.
I don't know.
Later
he takes
on.
the ring off for a couple of times. He takes the ring off. It doesn't make goddamn lick of sense.
Well, yeah, at the end, when he the whole scene with Smaug, when he takes the ring off, I was like, that really turned me off.
Yeah, that actually, well, we'll get into that later. But for this, I think, I think he was actually just relying on the spider being stunned so he can get an attack on his head.
Well, it looked like he was. Didn't it look like he was trying to swing at the spider while he had the ring on and it wasn't working?
He was like hitting his legs. He couldn't get a clean shot. So I think he was going for the surprise and then he could get a shot at his head.
Yeah.
I do think that he puts the ring on and now he can understand spiders. I think that is the intent of this film. Like that in regards to the spider's language. Because the spiders are talking beforehand and he doesn't understand them. He puts the ring on and now he can. I do like that he's killing the spiders to save his friends, but he just murders that other thing because it's threatening to take the ring from him.
Yeah, that wasn't a spider.
I don't know what that was.
I thought it was like a baby
pink.
spider.
That's what I thought, Jen.
But it was like rectangular and crabby.
Okay. It looked more crabby to me as well. Yeah. Definitely more crustacean than arachnid.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what if larval spiders look like that. Yeah. It is a baby, but I liked the fact that I whatever, they're obviously going to make the ring more dangerous in this movie than it is to Bilbo in the books.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when Tolkien wrote this book, he didn't have that in mind. So So it's understandable. Exactly. It makes sense to put that into the retroactively put that in the story.
I do, and I like that. I thought the spider scene was one of the scenes that I thought like, oh, okay, this is pretty good.
Yeah. I agree with you, Jen. I wasn't necessarily on board for the elves coming to rescue them, but I mean, it all flowed nicely and it really didn't change too much of what the book. There's like another part too, right? So they get captured by the elves.
Wait, you're skipping over a really important part.
Oh, what?
When Legolas sees Gimli's baby picture.
Oh, yes. I saw that. It's like, who is this ugly, whatever, goblin, right? Goblin creature. It's like, it's my lad Gimli.
Oh, so stupid.
Yeah, it was stupid.
Come on. It's bad enough that Legolas is here. It just annoys me, but
yeah, they're just. So he should have turned and winked at the camera when he said that.
Yeah, right. Should have been like da 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 da. Like a freeze frame.
That was an important part though that we did skip. Right. So let's talk about the elves. I didn't like most of this. One thing right away, Thorin tells Thranduil exactly what his plans are, which is not what happens in the book. He refuses to tell Thranduil what his plans are because he doesn't want them trying to hone in on his treasure.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's important that Thorin's not greedy yet. Like at this point, like Thorin's.
Well, he is greedy because he tries to make a deal with them and saying we want to get the elves are like, we want our stuff, and Thorin's like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not giving you anything.
Yeah, but that's not greed. That's like, fuck, you already betrayed me. Like, I don't
he did, right?
You.
They made the whole.
I don't trust you to keep your word. My notes for this whole segment is basically like, it's just a long missive about how my understanding is that Lee Pace has played likable characters somewhere in his filmography. I've never seen any of those things. He's one of the most, not him personally, every character I've ever seen him play is like one of the most unlikable people I've ever seen in any movie ever.
Pushing Daisies.
Yeah, I've never seen that show.
That's the first time I ever saw him in anything, and I loved
literally
him.
When the movie was over, there was a 15-minute conversation with me and my wife about how Pushing Daisies exists, and I can't imagine how it works because Lee Pace is so unlikable all the time.
It's a great show.
Like I was every scene that Thranduil's in, I was like, I hope someone kills him right now. I hope someone kills him right now.
Well, I have a question for you. How old is Lee Pace in real life, and how old is Orlando Bloom in real life?
He's younger than Orlando Bloom.
He
is.
It doesn't
He's
matter.
2 years younger than Orlando Bloom.
I was about to say, is Lee Pace younger than Orlando Bloom?
I like Orlando Bloom a lot, but he's so much older in this movie than he was when they did The Hobbit.
Also, his eyes are like more blue.
Yeah,
I think those are contacts.
I know they are, but
they are. You're right. They definitely look more striking.
Like they're distracting.
I think his eyebrows are blonder. I think that's part of the problem.
Well, they're trying to probably just like make him look younger.
I will say this though, Lee Pace I think does a good job of representing Thranduil because he is an unlikable character in the books. I think he captures my headcanon of how Thranduil acted in the books. So I was okay with it. My only thought was, my one note was, is he younger than Orlando Bloom? That was a little weird because I forgot at a couple of points that he was his son, and only when like it came up that like that's my dad and he's the prince. Otherwise, I was just thinking like, oh, they're just both. Like he's the king and he's like a servant or a subject.
Right. It comes up when he's all of a sudden also classist and like you can't marry my son, so make sure he knows that.
And this is like so this is another area where they cut, but they cut so they could add all of this other stuff in there. Right. And the one thing I think that I'm most upset that they cut was how Bilbo gets them out. They changed it. Like they don't have the scene with, they kind of cut it down to, oh, there's two guys and all of a sudden they're drunk and let's go.
Yeah. Well, he's there for like 2 weeks in the book. Like
they're all in prison for much longer. You don't get to see how Bilbo figures out like his plan. And then you don't get that nice little, it's a little fun scene with the two guys drinking and whatever, and Bilbo waiting and then sneaking when they pass out, sneaking the keys. And then they don't cover the barrels, which is clear why they don't do it because they have this whole long sequence of the barrel rides. But let's talk about this real big change. This is probably the biggest change in this movie, right?
Barrels.
No, not the barrels. Before it,
the love story.
Tauriel?
The time spent in there. To be honest, I liked the character.
Yeah, she's fine.
Okay.
Apparently when they were starting to film, it was just a love story between Tauriel and whichever
Keely.
And then the producers of the film were like, put Legolas in there. Give Legolas more to do.
Was Legolas in the movie at all?
Yeah, but like I think he was in there as just like as a cameo.
But
they're just like making a love triangle. Apparently all three of those actors were like super upset about that.
I'm not seeing anything from Legolas's side that indicates that he is in any way in love with her.
Oh, he looks at her.
They're friends. He follows her to make sure she's okay. But I don't see any kind of romantic.
No, I don't either. There's no romance whatsoever.
I think the intention is that Legolas is such a douchebag himself that the only reason he would care that if someone was okay is if he wanted to sleep with them.
But she,
That's
but
honestly
she,
what I think. That's how they're showing love in this.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, she is supposed to like him as well because the father's been picking up on, like...
I don't think she does like him. I
No?
think she thinks he's a friend. He likes her, and the father's like, you're a lowly peasant. You've got to stop making him like you.
All right, I'll fall in love with a dwarf then.
Right. And she's like, I like the guy with just the stubble.
Yeah, we spent about 3 minutes together and now we're in love. So,
That's it.
She just likes him. They're in love.
She does follow
Wants to make
him
sure he's okay.
out of the kingdom.
It's a crush.
oh, okay.
She's worried about
Fights
him.
a squad of orcs.
Well, she likes fighting squads of orcs.
That's
She
also
does. I think
She's
it was
good
it
at
was
it.
a win-win
Yeah.
situation.
These orcs
for
made
her.
Legolas bleed, like, severely. I've never seen him bleed like that.
I have a note here when he sees the blood, it's like he's never seen his own.
No.
I made a note.
Yeah.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Wait, but like nothing in Lord of the Rings, none of the Uruk-hai fighting made him bleed. Nothing. He had a tiny bruise on his forehead. That's it. That's as much injury as he ever had, and he's bleeding from these stupid orcs.
Yeah. He just looks like he's like,
yeah, what is this?
What happened? What is this?
When Jerry Seinfeld's like, what is this salty discharge?
Yeah,
like,
yes. He's confounded as to what's going on.
What's coming out of me?
Yeah, I liked Evangeline Lilly's character. Like, again, like when I'm watching these scenes though, I'm forgetting that I'm watching the Hobbit movie. Like this, I'm just like disassociating with this and just enjoying like the scene and the acting and whatnot. Because I'm like, this isn't the Hobbit.
No,
it's not.
Sometimes I'm like, where's Bilbo? Like, we haven't seen Bilbo in like 15 minutes. Like,
yes.
Where's Bilbo?
Right. Well, yeah.
This whole story is supposed to be from his perspective, and it's clearly not because, right, that's another thing, right? And we talked about this last week, how this is just very different from the feel and the theme of the books. But yeah, you don't get really anything that's not from Bilbo's perspective in the book. And this is like, you said, Jen, it's like sometimes you're like, it's 20 minutes and you're like, where's Bilbo?
So, there's a few things that I said it earlier. Like Bilbo's already far too capable at the beginning of this film.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he's, in the book, by this point, he's getting more. I'd say after this,
he's getting more capable, but he's still like Bilbo's in his 50s. He's like a portly, rich hobbit of the town. Like, has never been outside of Hobbiton. Like, he's starting to get his sea legs here. He's not like he's not in a half an hour planning an escape from an unbreakable elven dungeon. You know? Like, in the book, it takes him 2 weeks to figure out a plan to get them out of here. Right? And at this point, he's like, oh, okay, here's the keys. This is this. Here's a trap door. I'm going to do, like, he's got the whole thing planned out. He's like, when I climbed the trees, I scouted the river and realized that if we can get out through here, we're going to go. Like, he knows the map of the world. Like, he's got the whole thing. And so there's a few things like that where I feel like, one, he's too capable. And then there's other things where, and this really bothered me, but I'm just going to say it now. Before he goes to Smaug's treasure chamber, he's talking to whichever the old one is.
Balin, yeah.
Balin. And then, like, he's walking away, and he's just really loud. Like, his footsteps are really loud. He's kind of like scraping them on the floor. And I'm like, that's his one thing. That's his one natural thing, is that he's supposed to be, like, super quiet when he walks.
Yeah.
Right?
I didn't notice that.
It bothered me.
Oh, wow.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's it. That is his one thing. Like, he's just much quieter than the dwarves. The dwarves are always described as like lumbering about. Yeah. And it's not because he tries. It just, I guess hobbits are supposedly just naturally lighter on their feet and quieter. And
I think it says in the appendices it comes from like when they lived in the woods and they were like, they had to hunt small game and whatnot. Sorry.
Yeah.
Jump
So,
to the end.
all right. So the barrels, right? We talked a little bit about them. Let's get a little bit more into that though, because of course there's got to be orcs chasing them, and orcs somehow got into Mirkwood through into the Elven Kingdom. The orcs just getting everywhere. They're like
The
sand.
orcs are like,
They get everywhere. Gets into everything.
It's like the orcs are like before that they're like, there's one gate that's not well protected, and then it just happens to be the one gate that Bilbo's plan is to get them out of, I guess.
Well, I guess in the book, that is one gate that's not really as well protected. That's why Bilbo gets them out that way.
Yeah.
But again, with they're never just traveling in this.
Right.
There's always some urgency because something's chasing them.
Yes.
Which
Even
I don't.
You have like you have a built-in. We have to get there by this time.
Yes.
You already have like a sense of urgency because there's a time limit, and everything that happens to them is delaying them.
Yes.
You don't need to have to be chased too. Like it's one or the other.
Yeah. I mean, they're running this throughout the whole story. The goblin, the orcs, whatever you want to fucking call them. After them, this from the very beginning of the story, from the the first movie, from the very beginning, they're being chased. I don't like that. I don't like that they have to be chased the whole time. It kind of starts getting, okay, yeah, they're getting chased again. Yeah, that's the whole movie. The whole movie is them getting chased.
Yeah.
Can we just have them travel without being chased?
No, when they get to where they want to go, they're going to get chased there too.
Yeah.
They're chased around the mountain.
Yeah. So then we get this ridiculous barrel ride scene. That's just a little bit too. This is one of those scenes where like just cut it down by like 2-3 minutes, please.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be this long. It starts getting like more and more absurd as the scene goes on and the chase goes on and on, with Legolas starting to like stand on their heads while they're in the barrels, and he slides on everything.
Wait, Gentle Giant just posted something in chat of Bomber jumping back into the barrel and throwing an axe to one of the other dwarves.
Yeah, where'd that barrel come from, though?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Doesn't make any sense. Why isn't Bilbo in there already?
I don't know.
That axe. Wait, he throws 2 axes.
Does he?
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Look.
to each of them.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's right, because he had 2 axes and he was spinning around, remember, with the axes?
Oh my god.
Well, then they just start throwing the axe back, right? There's that whole part where they just toss the axe,
because
chop down a tree.
Chop the tree that they're standing on, yeah.
Yeah,
I actually like that bit.
But then they're in the water with them when they chop the tree down. Just leave them there. Go past them and keep going. If you chop the tree down, then they're with you in the water.
Yeah, they're with you in the water. Yeah.
I understand how that was a good idea.
I don't know either, because they were just going to pass them anyway.
Right.
Well, I guess it prevented them from jumping on them or shooting them, maybe? I don't...
They had to hack away at the tree, though. It took... I don't know. Whatever. Bomber, who literally can't move in the book, where they have to, like, leave him behind sometimes because he's too fat to climb up the mountain.
When they get to the mountain.
Leaping into a running, spinning, and leaping into a barrel. Okay.
There's also that quote unquote funny bit of business when they're running to Bjorn's house in the beginning and he's just outpacing everybody.
Oh yeah, that was fun. Yeah. Poor guy had to run with in that, like, I guess that big fat suit or whatever it was he was wearing. And then the whole lake town is just, it was terrible. Why is Bard a smuggling barge man instead of a well-respected captain of the guard?
No, don't understand. I love Stephen Fry, but I don't understand why why he's like that. I don't know why there's
a unibrow guy.
There's Duty Tang Wormtongue here.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like Grima Wormtongue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not Brad Dourif.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they changed this whole thing. This whole thing is very different than how it plays out in the books. Like, what is with the black arrows? Like,
Why is it
Yeah,
a
what-
giant crossbow, like
I don't know. I feel like
anti-siege weapon?
the term Black Arrow is said way too many times in this movie. Everybody knows what a Black Arrow is. There's Black Arrows. I get it in the book, like it's weird because it's just like his last arrow, and he's like it's his black arrow. I don't know.
Yeah, it's his lucky arrow. It's just
his
lucky arrow.
That's all it is. And he talks
Only-
to it.
Black arrow, you've never failed me.
So only a black arrow can take him down in the movie? That's what they're saying?
I don't know.
Because it's a giant spear launched from a crank cannon. Like that's the only thing that might break his hide. Not because Bard's an awesome like warrior and a great archer and has a lucky arrow that he's gonna hit a target with.
It's from his family. His family is the reason that it's his fault because his family didn't kill the dragon. They only
Yes.
wounded him. It's their fault for not killing
Yes,
the dragon.
it's the one guy. It's his great grandfather,
Yeah.
whoever's fault, because he didn't kill the dragon. That's why it's his
Yeah.
fault.
Yeah.
Because everyone else did a lot, and he didn't kill it.
Everyone else got burned alive. This guy didn't
Yeah,
kill
he's
him. He only
he's
wounded
crucified for not killing the dragon, not being able to kill a fucking dragon by himself. Yeah, this whole thing. There's like it's like right off the bat. I'm like, why is he not a captain of the guard? Why are we getting into like customs and smuggling operations in Lake Town and political
know.
business? And I'm like, what is going on here? This is ridiculous and absurd.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm laughing at chat.
What's going on in chat?
Just look at
Oh, the barrel's flying?
No, the last post.
Oh,
Oh my.
Faramir is the Hobbit.
oh, okay.
We hate him.
That's funny.
Well, Boromir's the bad guy.
Yeah, but,
No, he's
but
not.
it's from Denethor's point
Yeah.
of view.
Boromir's not
That's
a bad
true.
guy.
That's true.
He's
well, he's
not.
the one who
He's
was
He's
not
trying.
easily corrupted.
He's corrupted. He's,
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all.
Well, I guess he
No
gets that from his father.
Aragorn. I mean, not
He gets that
everybody
from
can
his
be Aragorn.
father, but
right.
oh god, I already lost what we talking. Oh yeah, we were talking about Lake Town.
It stinks.
Yeah,
It does. It stinks. Everything in Lake Town stinks pretty much. Some of the dwarfs stay behind.
Well, Keely's dying of a Morgul blade wound.
Right.
Bofer, who is reminding me of Lionel Baratheon, the one with the hat, that's drunk and almost and misses the
Oh
boat.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Bofer.
He also reminds me of Peter Stormare in Armageddon.
Oh yeah.
This is how we do
fix
things on the
Russians.
Russian space
Space
station.
station.
Yeah.
So Bofer, Keely and Feely, and Owen, I believe, stays
Yeah.
because he's like a.
Oh yeah, I
hero.
had no idea who that. I didn't even know that guy stayed until like at some point I was like, wait, why is this guy here and who is
He
he?
said I have to help
He's the
him.
first one to stay,
Yeah.
and then his brother's like, I'm going to stay too.
But they
Oh,
don't,
I missed
but he
that.
doesn't really help him because he needs elvish medicine. I remembered that from the first movie.
Right.
And then because he's under the effect of the Morgul blade, any girl that's attractive in his eye line will start to glow white.
And he thinks,
That's what happens when you're under the effect of the Morgul blade.
yes, it's like beer goggles,
Yeah.
but like amplified by 1,000.
Yeah.
I did sing Dreamweaver at that part. A la Wayne's World.
Yeah,
and then
there's.
they-
And we also get like a precursor too, because apparently everybody knows that Smaug's got a weak spot on his breast because there's a whole story about how Girion knocked the scale off of
Couldn't
Smaug.
finish the job.
So there's already like I don't know. It feels like it's less.
yeah, I don't think Bilbo's
taking
gonna
that away
tell
from
a
Bilbo.
thrush.
You're
And
taking
I
that
guess-
away from Bilbo.
Bilbo
finding that
notices
out.
it. that it's
Yeah, but that's
there,
because he's
great.
heard it. He's heard it already
Right.
now. It's not like you're like,
Right.
oh wow, Bilbo, good job,
Right.
because
Way
he
to-
didn't
way
do
to-
anything really. He's just
Right.
Isn't in the book Bilbo's like hiding in the tunnel, invisible this entire conversation?
The entire
Yes.
conversation
Yes.
Not
never
walking
becomes
around.
visible.
I guess that's not. I understand that's not cinematic. I know you have to be
It could
showing.
be cinematic if you wanted to make a movie that had tension
good.
instead of spectacle.
yeah.
And then he's like obviously chasing after the Arkenstone. like,
Yeah.
like a,
like this.
Yeah, like Bugs Bunny. Like
Right.
except Bugs Bunny's probably be smarter about it. But I feel like so they mentioned the Arkenstone at the beginning of the first book, and I didn't know what it was yet because I only read the beginning of the. The beginning of the first movie. They mention it.
Mhm.
I didn't know what it was at that point. And even in this book, he's like, "Oh, cool! There's the Arkenstone that I need to be the king," and he just like puts it in his pocket, and that's it. It's kind of like it'd be good to have that, but it's not like such a big deal. In the
No,
book.
it's
not mentioned until like halfway through the book.
Yeah,
and
when
it's
they
not
all go in,
importantness.
No,
right?
yeah,
You're just like,
yeah,
"Oh, cool! There's the Arkenstone."
It's like an
It's like
heirloom.
Yeah, it's like a thing that the kings have, I guess, like a king's.
Well, they
jewel.
found this beautiful diamond, and they
Yeah, but
turned it into
yes.
some, like an heirloom or artifact of some sort. It doesn't really have any. It's not like it has any magical powers.
Like when he comes out and Thorin's like, "Well, did you get the Arkenstone?" Like, fuck off! I just survived a dragon, and you're mad that I didn't put this one gem in my pocket? Like, get out of here!
Now Thorin's starting. The greed is starting to come. He's got gold fever.
He's got gold fever. Yes, that. It reminds me of the DuckTales episode.
That's
with gold
exactly
fever,
what I was referencing. It's
where the
true.
guy's actually like getting sick. It seems like
Yeah.
he's actually got like a
he's just
physical
sweating
addiction.
Yeah.
I mean, this is apropos because this looks like Scrooge's money bins.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, basically the entire floor is gold.
The Dwarven Kingdom. Yeah, I know we didn't. I know there's a note. I already see somebody posting in chat. We haven't even talked about like Gandalf and the Necromancer. We did for a second.
Yeah, he's like captured now.
I'm confused though.
He's in a bird cage.
Maybe because I wasn't paying attention close enough. When Gandalf first goes and meets up with Radagast and they go to that place, I thought that was Dol Guldur.
It is.
No, but then they
No, that's
riding
the
to
grave
another
of
place.
That's a grave of the
The
Nazgul.
Witch King?
Of all the Nazgul.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's where they were.
Okay.
But
But then
they're not there
doesn't-
anymore.
Doesn't Radagast go with him to Dol Guldur and then
He
he's like,
does.
"Don't come in"?
And
Yes.
just don't
Go
come in.
tell
And, like-
Galadriel. Yeah.
And I assume the third movie is going to start with Radagast going, "I didn't listen. It might come out of my bunny slit or whatever."
Yeah,
But,
I figured that too. Well, they're supposed to, right? Gandalf supposedly goes off, right? Has a wizard council, and then the wizards together, I think, go and defeat the necromancer. So maybe we'll get. I'm kind of right. So I haven't seen the last movie, but my thought is that exactly what you said, Tom. I think, or actually a little slightly different. I think Radagast is going to get, but he sent them to get Galadriel, to tell Galadriel. So is she going to show up? Well, my thought was that he was going to go get Saruman, and then Saruman and Radagast were going to come and rescue Gandalf.
Oh, it could be.
Maybe Saruman and Galadriel and Elrond are still hanging out when he goes back. So
I
they'll all be
I don't know.
together.
Galadriel has a line in the beginning of this movie. I can't tell where she is when she says it. I think it might be Rivendell, but
She's probably at home.
In the shower.
Yes. Standing in front of a green screen.
it's
In the
toilet
shower.
Zoom.
Yes, it's a Zoom background. She's just it's the Galadriel avatar. It's not, so she didn't even need to get in costume or makeup or anything.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that was all. I'm actually surprised. I thought we would get resolution to that storyline, but I guess no, because why would you? There's still a whole nother movie to watch, and we've already been through 2/3 of the book. To be fair, they're covering about 6 to 7 chapters a movie, which is a third of the story.
With a whole
Right.
bunch of other shit in there too. I've read up to chapter
Push
13,
this.
and that's pretty much where this ended. Like Smaug just went to Lake Town.
I mean, ask me if I was disappointed that the movie ended with Smaug still alive.
Well,
Yes.
he's not in the end of the book. All right,
What?
don't tell me. I didn't
No,
finish
but-
reading it.
You've read this book before, though.
I
Jen.
know, but a long time ago. I know he doesn't survive the whole
Yeah.
book. I just don't remember when he dies. But it's fine. Don't tell me.
Okay. I didn't know we had to be spoiler free in this.
You don't really. But I don't
Yeah,
know
I
why I'm
think-
reading it like this. I just didn't think I,
mean,
could finish the whole
The
book.
book only came out almost 100 years ago.
True. Yeah, I knew I had seen the end of the movie. Not the whole thing, but probably from around when Gandalf gets to Barad-dûr or
Dol Guldur.
Guldur. Yeah, and
Come
so
on,
I do
Tom.
that's where whatever. I'm treating this story with the same respect that they did. Yeah, but so I knew that this is where it ended. And there's another part in this that I do really like, and I've actually referenced the scene on the podcast that we've done in the past because I thought it was so effective. When Bilbo is first in the treasure chamber and then the eye opens up and Bilbo realizes he's a little bit screwed, and then like it pans out and it just keeps panning out and just keeps panning out, and you see that Smaug is the size of like a city block.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's good.
Yeah. I thought Smaug was really cool.
Yeah.
I think Benedict Cumberbatch
a lot of his
good.
dialogue was right from the book.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every once in a while,
the first
he would
half.
go into a little.
Yeah.
Yes.
He would go into a little like Smaug monologue from the books.
A Smaugalogue.
A Smaugalogue. He prefers
Or a monosmog.
A monosmog. A monosmaug. Smaug. Sorry.
Smaug. You're right.
Smaug. I keep saying Smaug.
I know. Smaug.
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 It's ragged Smaug.
Smaug. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's from Garden City. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. The whole, even before they get it right, the whole finding of the door and all the dwarfs. I feel like everything in this movie is so tropish and so like you could predict without even reading the books. I could predict half of how each scene was going to turn out just because it was so obvious. Like the filmmaking and setup for a lot of these things that happen are just like, oh, I knew that Tauriel was going to show up. Right? Is that her name? I don't even know.
Yeah,
Evangeline Lilly's character was going to show up at that time to rescue them. Like the whole thing with the door and the last light of day.
Yeah.
Like, do you know when Frodo, I keep calling Jesus Frodo, when Bilbo's calling them, like, where are they?
Yeah.
And you don't see them. I was like, you know, they're just going to show up. Like, they're going to be right next to him the next second when they cut over. Like, it's so like, I don't know. It's so tropish. It's so telegraphed. All of these things that happen in there. And I think that's what makes it even worse. It's because it's not even done in a good way.
Yeah, I feel like
Holger's got a good point. He's saying the book created a lot of these tropes.
That's true.
Yeah, some of them. I'll give you that.
Like, I went off when we were doing the first one about how this movie is wasting time making any dwarves other than Thorin characters.
Yes.
Like, you shouldn't know who any of them are. Right? Like, you should know that, you know, there's Billy and Killy, and it's those two.
Philly and Killy.
Killy, right?
Billy.
But like, sorry. But like, when you do that, when you take characters who aren't characters and you're trying to make them characters, they're gonna be stock characters. You know, they're gonna be, okay, here's the wise, learned one, and here's the one who always falls down, and here's the one who does
the fat one. Here's the young one.
Here's Sleepy. Here's Dopey. Here's Sneezy.
Right. Here's so and the other one.
Here's Sexy.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, and then like it comes to play, and like there's an amateurness to like the filmmaking here that you're trying to. I think that you're picking up on, Joe. Like, there's not a consistency of character because there aren't consistent characters that these are things are drawing from. Like, even with Bilbo, who for most of the movie is incredibly competent, overcompetent, I feel, for like where he should be in his arc.
Mm-hmm.
He figures out the door when no one else does. Great. That's fine. Whatever. He like can't find the key and almost kicks it off. And like, why would he do that? He's supposed to be like, again, his one thing is that he's supposed to be like sure on his feet.
Well, they had to make it dramatic. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like,
right,
they're adding drama with it. It doesn't need to be drama.
Right.
It's like they're shoving drama. Get more drama in there. Just fucking take the drama and just shove it in there. That's what they're doing. It's just like they're stuffing it in there.
So I will say this. So they do that thing, which I really didn't like. And then Thorin shows up out of, he apparates in and steps on the chain.
Yes.
He then does something that I really like. Just like, instead of like what you would normally do if something was on the ground in front of you, like bend over and pick it up, he like crouches down so that he does not take his foot off the chain at all, and then picks up the thing and then moves. And I'm like, that is somebody who like 100%, like that's the most important thing in the world to him. Like he's like, I'm not moving my foot.
It was so important to him not a few seconds ago when he just threw it on the floor. Like the dwarves like give up. Like they've been through all of
5
this,
seconds.
all of this, and it's like in 5 seconds they're just like, oh, I guess our trip's over. I guess we're gonna go home. Like, what was that?
Well, Bilbo has to rally them at least 2 times in this movie. And
he does. And
it's not. But you're right. It's not appropriate.
But it was, it was just improportional to the characters. Like we've seen them previously in this movie and in the previous movie, like kind of want to turn around and give up a little bit, and they rally themselves through. But and that's going through like much more traumatic and stressful situations than just like the light went down. There's no keyhole. Oh, I guess we're gonna go home. That's it. I'm going home. I give up.
I feel like I know they're not supposed to be able to go through the front because like that's where Smaug is. But like you came all this way. Why don't you look around and see if there's like another way to get in?
Yeah.
Why do you have to get in that way? Like it's like a secret way, but you're still ending up in the same place.
Well, I think a lot of all of the other entrances except the main entrance have been collapsed in by Smaug. There is no other way in that except the main entrance, and they don't want to go that way because Smaug can get through that way in there.
All right, well, they should just go home then, I guess.
No, they should sit like.
I would be taking the key.
Maybe we're a day
and
off.
just like poking the wall.
Yeah.
Like nonstop. Like maybe I'll just find it. Maybe I can just find it.
It's not like they have watches and freaking satellite calendars and shit like that. Hey, maybe we were off a day. Let's stay one more night and see. Maybe today isn't Thorin's day. Maybe tomorrow's Thorin day. We got our days mixed up.
Right. I do appreciate a good bit of on the nose foreshadowing. Where they're in the Elven Kingdom and they're having the celebration of starlight or whatever, and like Tauriel's talking to Stubbly Dwarf about how the light at night of the stars and the moon are the most beautiful light to her, and then like an hour later you're like, oh wait, that's the actual last light of the night light.
Oh,
right. So they give you a little bit of like, maybe you can solve the mission.
I feel like this is appropriate right now.
I'm gonna be a night. That's right. That's what I'm gonna say to myself after we are done recording.
Yeah, and so I mean, the Smaug stuff was okay. It was good. It was good at part times, and then I was. Like Bilbo taking off the ring is the stupidest thing ever. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Even if like, I don't know, Smaug eviled it off of him somehow, just put it back on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It didn't make any sense to me. I guess they wrote themselves or filmed themselves into a corner because every time somebody wears the ring, we have to get this weird like ether, astral plane world upside down. World, and I guess they were like, well, we can't do the whole scene like that because it doesn't make any sense or it's stupid.
You just do the scene from Smaug's point of view. Then again, right? This is the difference between like having tension in the scene and having spectacle in the scene.
Yeah.
And they want Smaug to be jumping all over the place or whatever. But that cuts out the whole he gave a few like I'm under the hill and I went over. But I wanted like I'm the lucky
He does say I'm the lucky something. I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, but like I want Smaug to be able to like, you think you're clever. I just deduced all of this stuff by your answers and I know everything about you.
Yeah. We got a little bit. We got some of that. We did get some of that,
He
but
did
it's
smell the dwarf on him, and
it's very awkward that he can see Bilbo. The Bilbo is just vulnerable
just
all the time.
Just eat him,
He
Smaug.
can't. Oh, you mean without the ring on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I know Jen, you mentioned before, right? How they don't. It's not like the book where he first steals something, goes out to the dwarves, and then they go back. Then he goes back in, and then that's when. There's really the scene with him, right? Because I think in the first scene with Smaug, he doesn't actually talk to Smaug.
Yeah, he just
goes and steals something and leaves.
Yeah,
just to prove that he got in there. Yeah,
I get that they were like, okay, we've got to cut this down because we've got to put in a whole 30-minute dwarf fighting the dragon scene that's not in the books at all.
Minecart scene, yeah,
with mine carts and forges and water and molten gold and. All of that.
Very important.
Which was, I guess, as you said, Tom, spectacle. It was pleasing to the eye in the
I like the molten gold dwarven king statue. Like,
well, that was
if that would have hurt Smaug or in any way done anything to stop him, that would have been cool and symbolic. But instead, it was just like, oh, he's pissed off.
Like, why is there a giant golden statue wrapped up in stone? What?
I think there's a mold. There's a mold for that statue in the Hall of the King. That's what they fill. They fill the mold. And then they break the mold away.
Oh, and then that thing was okay.
So that was like,
and they just never.
There.
So that was like they were working on that the day that Smaug came, and they didn't get to finish it. They never got to pull the mold, or maybe they had just done it like the day before, and they had to let it cool for a few days.
No. When they're heating it up, they're heating up.
Oh, you think they're making it right then and there?
Yeah, that's what they're doing. That's the whole thing. Yeah, it's molten gold. It's
no, I know.
I know, but I didn't realize they were.
I thought the statue was already made, and then he flooded the molten gold.
Like, the whole plan is to get him into the King Hall, because that's where the mold is.
He remembers that there's the mold there.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, there's the mold. That's why. Because I'm like, why are they starting the like? What's this obsession that we have to get to the forges?
That's the plan.
And then they throw the water at him.
I thought that was cool. I thought that was the plan. Oh, we're gonna.
Yeah, I thought so too. But why would they have to light the forges for the water? And so then I was very confused. And then Tom, you just explained it to me because I didn't get what was going on, or like why these things were happening necessarily.
That helped.
Yeah. So whatever. Like why couldn't we just have put like the Smaug leaving and attacking Lake Town instead of that scene? Does that not leave enough stuff for the last movie? Is that?
Whatever. You could just have the end of this movie without all of that. He could just go off and kill Lake Town and cut this, and the movie's a reasonable length of time. So you could end it in the same spot.
That's kind of what I thought was going to happen. But then as the movie was ending, I was like, this is probably the end.
Well, it's funny when Smaug leaves, or right before Smaug leaves, I think it's like when he gets covered in gold and then starts like, he says like, oh, I'm going to go, I'm going to go fuck up Lake Town because of you, which doesn't make any sense.
Why don't you fuck them up?
Yeah, why don't you kill them? They're right there. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I'm like, oh, there's about 10 minutes left. I was like, after all this, they're only going to spend 10 minutes destroying Lake Town. And then I was like, oh no, it literally ended like a minute later. So I guess there was like 8 minutes of credits or something left. And I was like, oh, this is unfulfilling. It's like the last season of House of the Dragon.
Oh, I don't know. My head.
Yeah, I don't think it's Yeah, I'm with you, Holger, in chat. I don't understand how they could fill that statue. It hardens enough for them that quickly to break the stone away and actually have a fully formed statue.
Yeah,
Maybe just the
don't,
outer layer was hardened, and
the only thing I can think of is that no, it doesn't even work. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, but it's doesn't. That's just on par with the rest of the film, I guess.
yeah.
You know, I like this movie more before we started this podcast than I do at this point.
I don't know why, Dom. I don't know why. Hey, fun fact. Did you know that Ian McKellen had a breakdown on set because he had to act alone against green screens? And he was weeping with frustration, supposedly said, "This is not why I became an actor."
Yeah, they because of there's something like they couldn't do as much of the forced perspective things that they did in the earlier films. So they did a lot of just like, all the actors are going to film over here and you're going to film here. We'll just patch it in together. I
mean, Peter Jackson, you made Ian McKellen cry. Come on.
That's it. Martin Freeman apparently like really disliked filming this movie. Like it was very unpleasant for him. Martin Freeman too. Like apparently did not have a good time.
Well, there's somebody posted, I think last week in our Discord, just like a compilation of Martin Freeman giving the camera the finger.
Yes.
in these movies.
Right. Yeah. Like, so, yeah. Well, you know, that could be good natured.
Yeah. So congrats, Peter Jackson, for making Ian McKellen cry. Sir Ian McKellen.
That's right.
Treasured actor. You made him cry. Very bad. We talked about Thranduil, or I should say Lee Pace being older than Orlando Bloom. What else? We saw some interesting images of Benedict Cumberbatch doing Smaug. Go look those up online if you want to see her.
Yeah, he did. So he just, what we're referring to is he does a motion capture for Smaug's front half, as well as his head and his wings, as well as do the voice. He also does the voice of the Necromancer, aka it's also Benedict Cumberbatch. I think I made reference last week to the fact that like in this movie has an actor playing two parts, and this is what I was referring to. Yeah,
we talked about the some of the dwarves being the trolls, right?
Yep. And now, Benedict Cumberbatch does both the voice of Sauron and the voice of Smaug.
Did you know that the dwarf beards were made from real yak hair?
I was not aware of that.
Yeah. The more you know.
Someone put something in chat about like the visuals of the Necromancer. I did think that was really cool. I liked Gandalf's fight against the shadow, like the literal shadow, and I liked the Sauron is this pupil in his eye, and like that like kind of repeating falling into his eye vibe. I thought that was a nice little visual effect.
Yeah, it was okay. Radagast still looks like a dirtbag. Yes. Still hasn't cleaned the bird shit out of his hair or off his clothes.
It's permanent, baby.
Yeah, I guess he likes it. I don't know.
It's like highlights.
I don't know. I don't know what else to say about this movie. Did we miss anything? Does anyone want to talk any more about this movie?
Not really. I think we got to everything I had.
I mean, this movie made a ridiculous amount of money, not as much as the first one. Just only like 900 million change instead of $1 billion.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay.
I guess go Peter Jackson.
That's it. Bring in the cash.
So we've got the next movie. I guess it's going to open with Smaug attacking Lake Town. That's going to be the opening of the movie. Interesting way to open a movie.
Yeah.
Or
Unless they open with
flashback.
Another flashback, yeah. Another flashback.
What are we going to get a flashback of? Any thoughts?
Saruman. Or maybe Saruman like Elijah. I'm trying to think of some other character. What would happen like 10 years ago that's gonna impact this? No, I got nothing.
Question, because I was a little perturbed at the naming of this movie, The Desolation of Smaug.
Yes.
Right, when they go to the mountain, they see Dale and they call that the Desolation of Smaug, but isn't the Desolation of Smaug his dead corpse?
I thought it was what he does to Lake Town.
Yeah, I thought he was completing the desolation.
Yes, he hands out the desolation.
He delivers the desolation.
He delivers it.
I have to go now look this up. Sorry. This is the...
I mean, desolation means... It doesn't mean... it's like, something that was once populated that's no longer populated. But the desolation is what Erebor has experienced in this movie.
Well, I guess that's what they say.
Yeah. In the film, I would say.
But do they reference the Desolation of Smaug in the book?
I don't know. When I was a kid, I always assumed the Desolation of Smaug was what he does to Lake Town.
Okay, which we didn't get to. So they called this the Desolation of Smaug, but they didn't actually complete that. They do reference it in the book. I can't remember which chapter it is, but I thought it was in reference to his dead body on the lake, but I could be wrong. I think I am wrong. So, I lost where we were.
Alert. We were going to wrap it up.
Yes, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you. Did you know that Tolkien sold the film rights for a mere £10,000 in 1968?
I did not.
Tolkien didn't need the money.
Well, he needed it to pay a future tax bill, apparently.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. So he did need the money. All right. Do we want to go through our ratings of this movie?
Sure.
I'm not going to go first.
I'll go first. Even though we spent a majority of this podcast, shitting pretty hard on it. I did like this better than the first one. There were a couple of things I just liked. So I am going to give this a 2.25.
Wow, that's like a really good movie for you, Tom. How about you, Jen?
Like I said, I think it was a little better for me. So I don't know. I think I rated the other one a 2.
You did.
Okay, I'll give this one a 2.5.
Wow, 2.5. I'm gonna triple my score from last week, and I'm gonna go with a 1.5.
Calm down, Joe.
I feel like this movie was more tolerable than the previous movie. I don't know if it's because that was the second time I saw the movie, the last movie, and I just was dreading watching it again. I went into this one maybe with a little more of an open mind, and maybe the terribleness of the previous movie set me up or set expectations better for what this is going to be. And I was like, okay, it was okay, but yeah. I won't ever watch this movie again, I'm sure. So, I still on the path of an unsuccessful adaptation in the sense of the quality and I guess the adaptation portion of it.
Yeah.
Clearly it made a lot of money, so it was successful.
Successful financially, but I don't think this is in any way a successful adaptation of the book.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know how you can argue that it is.
Yeah, this is not The Hobbit. This is like loosely based on The Hobbit. That's what this should be called. Loosely based on The Hobbit. That should be the title of this.
Okay.
I'm really, the more I watch these, I'm getting into these movies, and I don't mean getting into them like liking them. I mean just actually watching them.
Diving into the movies.
The more I want to see some of these fan edits, like 4-hour fan edits of the entire movie, all 3 movies cut down into like a 4-hour movie. I kind of want to see if it works.
Yeah,
I think it will. I think they will, some of them.
They definitely need, like, Jackson needs an editor who's not afraid to tell him this shouldn't be in the film.
Well, isn't it his wife one of the writers? Like, that's a problem there, I think.
Yeah.
Right? He writes, his wife is Fran Walsh, and she writes these with her writing partner. I can't remember who the writing partner is, I think. So I think nobody's saying no to anybody.
Yeah.
When they're writing these, they're all just like, this is great. This is real good. Yeah, keep going. Let's keep going.
Bring it in $980 million.
And I guess people like the first one because they went and saw the second and third one. I mean, each movie made a little bit less money, but they still made, I think all of them made over $900 million. So I don't know. I feel like this is one of those. If they re-release these movies in the theater, I would go stand in front of the theater with a video camera and interview people and say, hey, yo, you excited for this movie? What'd you like about it? Is there anything you didn't like about it? And we'd get some pretty interesting footage and clips. Did you know that Benedict Cumberbatch visited the London Zoo to study the physical movements of Komodo dragons to prepare for his motion capture as Smaug?
I had read that. There's a couple of animals that he kind of based it on, but yeah, that was one of them.
Yeah.
I think that Benedict Cumberbatch said, I'm going to give everything I possibly can to my performance in this film.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
I think he thought this was like, this is going to be fun. I'm going to be a dragon and they want me to motion capture because, to be honest, I don't know why they needed him to do that. They couldn't just freaking figure it out themselves.
I feel like he wanted to do it.
I feel like he wanted to.
I think I read or heard
you
that.
insisted? He's like, wait.
Yeah.
Am I going to be the dragon? I don't want to just voice the dragon. Yeah. I want to be the dragon.
Yeah, I think that was that's what I'm saying. He's like, no. I'm all in. Like,
I am Smaug.
And remember, if you're Benedict Cumberbatch, you haven't seen the first Hobbit movie yet. You've only seen The Lord of the Rings and think like, this is gonna be as good.
Well,
and I'm gonna play my part.
And I think he knew
came out before he did this.
No, my point is that
they were all filmed together.
I think they were saying he just didn't watch it.
Yeah, no, they're being filmed all at once, right? So, like, like he's like, this is it, man.
I would have just like dressed him up in the motion capture suit and not recorded anything and just be like, yeah it's great, Benedict, it's great.
So
it's gonna look so good.
Like when they,
set him up with all the stuff, just don't turn it
on. Were filming, and when he was doing the motion capture, they were picturing a more, I would say, 4-legged dragon kind of a thing.
Okay.
And then as they were like doing the post-production, they're like, well, they keep calling him a great worm. He's really more of like a snaky dragon.
Yeah.
Than a 4-legged dragon. So the motion capture that he did was only used, as I mentioned, like on the front half of the dragon, basically the head and the wing, the arm
Wait,
wings.
they didn't use his tail?
They didn't use the back half of Benedict's motion capture performance.
That would have been cool if he wore a tail.
Because he didn't have a tail when they were doing the motion capture. He had legs. So then they turned it into.
That's interesting. Yeah, it seems like I don't know why you'd be like, no, I want to be the dragon. Put me in a motion capture suit.
But they could have just done
I'm gonna say something freaky. You may not like it. But just hear me out.
They could have done like when they're animating a cartoon.
Two dragons.
Oh.
Two dragons.
When they're animating a cartoon and they're just watching the person do the performance and then like taking like inspiration. They don't need him to do actual motion capture for it.
Yeah.
Well,
but if he just wanted to.
I get if it's more of like a bipedal humanoid creature like the orcs.
But they didn't.
Yeah.
But not with the dragon so much. So, I get the head. You want to do if you want to catch the facial expressions, which I know they did, that's fine. I get it. I don't know. Go ahead. Even though they're very different physiologies, but.
They do, but like, I guess he was just like, I want to be the dragon.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, this is my chance. Like, I'm the dragon. That's it.
I've always wanted to be a dragon ever since I was a little boy.
I'm not going to just not be the dragon. By the way, I'm also going to be
Sauron in this one.
Yes.
Is he?
Yeah, he's so.
Oh, is that what you said before? Okay.
Yeah, I said that before.
And but yeah, I think he's like he saw what they did, what Andy Serkis did in those original movies, and he's like, I want that. I don't want to do a vocal performance. This is an animated film. I want to be the character.
Yeah. It was cool. I mean, Smaug was cool. I'm not going to take that away. He was a really cool, badass dragon. I liked how his chest would glow red before he was going to that. That was like his Super Nintendo boss tell that you knew you had to dodge and jump out of the way because his belly's lighting up. Yeah, that's what it made me think of. Very video game-ish, but it was cool.
It was.
We just probably saw too much of him. Anyway, yeah. Should we wrap it up here?
Yes, we should.
I am unprepared. I forgot about our next wave of patrons, so.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So let me pull it up in a sec here. Is there anything else that we missed? Check your notes. Was there anything else that?
Okay, well, I had one question for you that you can answer while Joe's pulling this up. All right, so Thranduil's talking to Thorin about what a dragon can do, and like his face changes and he's all scarred.
Oh yeah, what was that?
That was my question to you. Is that like he's actually scarred from a dragon and he's using elven magic to hide it, or is that some kind of like? Or is he using elven magic to show his psychological scars for why he didn't? Like, I don't know.
At first, I thought that he was covering it with magic, but it's a lot of magic to use constantly all day.
I think that's what he is. He's saying I use magical cover up.
That's what I took from the film. But in my research on this, everything I found was saying it was the opposite. That it was more like an elven, like spiritual, emotional damage that his tight control was. Well,
that's stupid.
Was released, and he was able to show his emotional self.
That's just stupid.
Yeah, I'm not that hip to the Tolkien mythology outside of the 4 main books, so. Sorry, I don't have sources right now. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't remember that coming up at all. So, very strange. Never heard that. All right. I think it's time to continue our thank you journey through our patrons. We still got a lot to go.
Oh,
may we never run out of patrons to thank. I believe we left off last week at Mickey. I couldn't remember, and then I saw the name, and I was like, Mickey's where we left off. I want to say, continuing with the company of Chelvannon, I want to say thank you to Lucas Rack, Stephen Bensley, Damer Flynn,
Yes.
Zabon, Sherbet Mango. Sherbet, we miss you. Antoine Benoit, Danny Mullen, Danny who's listening right now, Rose, Nano Wizard, Matt, Light Blinded Fool, who's also here in chat with us. Kyron, Dr. Professor Green.
Hey, Dr. Professor.
They just joined our Discord because I thought it made me think of Clue, and I was like, isn't it Mr. Green and Professor Plum? Peter, Laurel Carb, Ashikova. We met a bunch of these people. Tarasind, Julius Water. Julius Water.
Yeah, we know him.
Buddy Julius Water. DK Moon, Troll Muster, Bane and Chiad. Zakaria Ulad, Benjamin Andiyar, Holger Cruz. Holger's here as well. Lisa.
You guys are great.
Pilwaka Waka, Village Mattress, Chris Moorhead, Candacia, Kevin Hedrick, Maisel Markham. Where is Mace? I haven't seen Mace in a while. Anya Leno, Jennifer Skelly, Wolf Brother, and Road to Tarvalon. We'll finish it there. We've still got more to go.
You guys are awesome.
A lot of recognizable names and people we met in real person who were very cool. Thank you for supporting us and your continued patronage.
Yes.
I want to remind everyone to follow us on social media. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Blue Sky. Join us over in Discord to continue the conversation there. We also post our episodes on YouTube, so be sure to go to our YouTube page to like and subscribe. Rate and review us wherever you listen to podcasts, and check out our Patreon page to support us that way. Links to all the aforementioned information are included in the show notes to this episode. Final thoughts. Jen?
If your father has his way, we will do nothing. We will hide within our walls, live our lives away from the light, and let darkness descend. Are we not part of this world? Tell me, Melon, when did we let evil become stronger than us?
Was that what the hell's her name?
Tauriel.
Tauriel.
I like that they threw Melon in.
Who's Melon?
For the word friend. That's the word they used to get into the minds of Moria.
I thought that was Melloc.
Melon. No, it's Melon.
Is it Melon?
He says it like that, but it has an L.
Oh, it's just the word melon. It's like a fruit.
Yeah, with 2 L's. And they use it in Stranger Things too, remember?
Oh, that's right. They do use it. Tom, is there anything you can add to that? I feel like we should go to you first, Tom, because Jen's always got
You should, because I had something, but it's
no, come on, do it.
All I'm going to say is I think that everyone here should be rooting for my fantasy baseball team this year because it's the Lake Town Bards.
Is it the Lake Town Bards?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm going to root for you, even though I'm going up against you. Well, we both are. I will say go St. John's. They just won tonight. They destroyed Northern Iowa.
Alma mater.
So, yeah. And thanks, everyone, for listening. And you'll hear us next time.